Hello, okay. Part two of the NFL draft coverage. I totally, I don't know, the internet is going out. Sorry, my bad. I don't have the best connection sometimes, I feel like. Um, so yeah, let's go to the draft stream. This is actually
Cam in? Is that what you're saying right now?
the
Dad want to make a trade right now.
Manny, I love
NFL
you, Manny, 'cause
stream,
we
and Rich
birds,
Eisen's
but
hosting like a bunch of different people
Manny, you gonna
in
go and sit
Zoom, and
down,
they
pass
come
the
in and come
torch.
out.
You know what I'm saying? Retirement check gonna be nice.
Deion Sanders, I think, is kind of, I don't know if he's co-hosting,
Go
but
let the
he's been there for a
young
long
come in
time.
and do his thing, man. We need that in the city, man. We need a championship in the city, man.
That's why I love the entertainers. They keep it 100. They keep
Yeah.
it 100. Some things.
Right there in the city. He don't even
But
care.
yeah, they
There's
got
some
George
things we
Kittle
can't say because he's the culture
from
of the
49ers,
city.
obviously.
He
Kay
is.
Adams from
Yeah.
Good Morning Football.
You gotta let them young- you gotta
Offset,
let that
I
young
believe.
that
I
young
don't
guy,
really
he's
know
still
his
young.
music.
But he a veteran too. He a young veteran. You gotta let him come in there. He got that dog
think he's a
mentality. We
musician,
need
right?
that leadership.
Hey, Matty, I've
This is
been
my,
starting to melt them last few weeks. These
Rap cred.
melting down.
We got Charles Woodson,
I'm with
Cedric the Entertainer.
What's going on with you, Sid?
Nothing, man.
Yeah,
You know, with this,
I'm out here struggling. I'm a Steelers fan, man, so I'm struggling. We got the 49, 48 pick. We might end up getting DJ Khaled. I don't know who we gonna
Nice.
Hello.
At least we know our after party's gonna be lit. That's all we know. Like the
Hey,
party
we
gonna
the best, baby.
Jim
We the
Nance just
best.
joined as well. Jim Nance.
You know, look at you
oh,
got
man.
now Dion. Look who just joined us in here right now.
This is the you, Rich.
There?
I say this with love and respect. You know you're my humble host.
I,
But I was brought into this television game by the best
All right, let's
guy,
update
the
in terms
best
of the
man,
draft.
the best friend, the best person. And I know so many traits from this guy.
I just don't know if I have a stable internet connection because I feel like it always.
Welcoming the whole crew, hugging the whole
Yeah,
crew at the
okay.
show.
We got
This man taught me so much about
CJ Henderson
my
got
humblest
drafted.
of the humblest hosts. Jim Nance, I love you, man.
Cleveland, and then,
I love
the
you.
Jaguars,
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns,
You know, there's a
Jedrick
really
Wills.
special bond, and I just love you. I
Makai
don't know
Becton
what
to the Jets.
else I can
Wow.
say. Those years that we were together when you were.
Where's the receiver yet? At Las
And
Vegas
I'm so
Raiders
happy
and the
that,
49ers.
You two see you all the time, and I
Nance
feel,
Mike is terrible.
You know, I'm secondary of Rich, but Dion. I don't know. We're related somehow. I think.
Yeah. And Rich, I know we can't. I mean, Jim, I know we can't talk about it on air, but I tell you what, we share a moment going to studio in New York that you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
On the curve.
Oh no.
I want to hear the story. Can we hear the
hold
story?
on.
There was just some
Me
construction.
and Kittle want to hear the
Hey,
story.
Prime, you can't just
Yeah,
bring up the story and not
Right.
tell the story, Prime. You got to tell the story
Like
now.
Charles Woodson thing.
We can't.
I can't do it.
Kittle's booing.
Boo!
Come on.
But yeah, that was a good one. I'd forgotten about that one.
Jim,
Oh, come on. I don't know about it.
This is gratuitous.
But we had some times. We're having some times tonight. I got a draft party going on here at the house. Rich, Dion, everybody. I got my son here. This is my 4-year-old boy.
Yes.
And who's your favorite team?
The Niners.
Oh my gosh! You
Take a guess.
Say, go Browns. Come on.
Oh well.
Browns. I mean, clearly he's
You
wearing
can tell
Browns.
here.
And don't worry. You got years to get. You can get Dad's pipes. Don't worry. He's gonna.
Force him to be a fan, man. Doesn't sound natural.
Drafted. We were anxious to see which tackle they would get. My father-in-law, come on over here. George Richards is here. He's in from Cleveland. When the whole lockdown happened, they were out visiting. He's got his Browns colors on. George, give America your take on what the Browns just did.
They surprised me. All we've been hearing was Andrew Thomas or Mikael Becton, and all I can hope is that he fills the shoes of one Joe Thomas, who was on the screen, but I don't see him now.
Well, yeah. You should be happy to know before Joe left that he gave it the full Joe Thomas stamp of approval.
Right.
then I've just become a happy guy.
There you go. I know that Browns fans, sir, are always used to seeing where the trapdoor might open up on them and feel like that they just can't get it right, but it looks like it went very well tonight.
Well, thank you, Rich. That's good news.
Yeah, you bet. Absolutely. The Browns got it right, and the Jets went ahead and got they got Mekhi Becton, so they got him to protect Sam Darnold. Hello, LaDainian Tomlinson. Good to see you, sir.
Teasy. Teasy.
LT.
Tell you.
These are some of my favorite guys. Said gonna keep us laughing. Charles gonna keep it 100. And Teasy does a little bit of everything. Man, hey guys, come on, man. Come on. And my humble host, hey, we cannot. I'll keep laughing because I want to tell him so bad.
Come on. Did you pay Homer Esiason? Is that what happened? Is that what happened?
That's part of it. Yeah, that's part of it.
Come on, Jim.
But Rich, you know some of the story, man. Y'all all got to leave us out right now.
Said I don't know anything from the CBS, NFL Today days that these guys spent together. I was not there at the time.
Hey, Prime, I'm gonna need you to at least text me part of the story or something so I can laugh with you.
For real.
I can do that for you. I can do that for you.
By the way, I'm happy to report I just got news that for NFL.com/relief, that's the timeline, over $2.5 million has been raised already, and we're only 12 picks in, and the first wide receiver to go just went to the Raiders, and with the Raiders having the pick of every wide receiver possible, they went ahead and took Henry Ruggs III from Alabama.
They took Ruggs first?
Come on, in the spirit of
That's what they just
What?
And we say hello to Brad Paisley. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you guys?
49ers will take CeeDee Lamb.
Draftathon Live. Really
Probably.
Appreciate that.
I don't know, actually.
Charles,
Jerry
you can hang
Jeudy,
as long
maybe?
as you want. I just got a text to say it's fine if you want to tap out. It's up to you.
If I want to tap out?
If you want to leave, that's fine. But if not, I love having my Michigan guy around.
You know what, Rich? I'll stay on as long as you want me, man.
I love it. Stick and stay. Brad Paisley, what do you think of the draft pick? Brad Paisley, what do you think of the draft pick the Browns just made?
I think that's great. It's what they need. They got to protect Baker and all those offensive weapons, and this guy's a beast. I think it's good. What do you guys
trade out of the pick,
They should
maybe?
get the Browns 2 picks. They should. They're just for obvious reasons.
We have seen no trades. It's crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, they should get a pick.
Sed, where are you going right now, Sed?
I had to go and get victuals for the family, so I'm in the car, and so I went out on a little escapade to get some kid. I'm on the way back home, but I'm in California.
Hello.
Man. The show's locked down. We're all at the house.
Got a new thank you, X Miguez, for the follow.
I'm just kind of, doing everything everybody else is
We're
doing.
just watching the draft here.
And eating a lot. Same thing.
This is the NFL Twitch stream.
And I appreciate you
with,
taking
Rich
part in the
Eisen.
all-in challenge that's going towards
And,
making sure that food insecurity is.
We'll see. The
no longer
49ers
such a
are
thing.
on the clock right now.
What are you auctioning off for that, Sed?
Yeah, I'm
There
gonna
has been
auction off a
one of the
whole big thing
surprises.
where
Well,
everybody-
the
I'll
biggest
fly
surprise
someone
is
out to
probably
be on my show that
Tua
they
being
would on
picked by
CBS.
Miami. I mean, it's not a
You'll
huge
get
surprise
a background
necessarily,
role where you'll be
but
prominent in the scene.
it
You'll
seemed
meet
like
all the
a
crew,
lot of
and we'll
the
go out and have drinks
pre-draft
afterwards,
rumors
and I'll do
were
room and hotel, all in Los Angeles. So,
were gonna be that
going
Tua was
all
gonna
in
slide, but he didn't slide. He got
and I'm
picked by Miami.
offering one of Offset's chains.
I think a lot of Miami
just
put a lot of smoke screens for in terms of drafting him or not, or wanting him. It seemed like there was a lot of misinformation out there.
Go up there.
But
Jim,
yeah.
How's life with
And
you
then
right
I think
now,
the other
sir?
big thing I think is there's the fact there's no trades. I've not seen one trade yet.
Around the world in
Right.
this country. I
First
remain an
receiver
optimist
that was
this
taken
last
was
week.
by the
I
Raiders,
believe,
the Las
I have
Vegas
faith.
Raiders.
I have a deep faith this country's going to figure it out. Brad, by the way, you've been fantastic through all this.
And
So
then the
many
49ers on the
things I've
clock.
seen you on,
49ers
so
have
thank you for
they've
that.
been the
Some
team that
tremendous
said that
effort
their
on your part and Kimberly's part.
that their picks are up for grabs because they have like barely any picks. They have they have 2 first rounders, which is great, a lot of draft capital. So they kind of want to turn that, I think, into
I can
multiple
color hair. You
picks.
saw me do that. I colored my wife's hair.
That's
so.
my guess is what's
but-
going to happen. See
I
anything else?
We're doing just fine.
I feel like the
this just
website
such
is a
great
little
night
bit
to have
ahead of
I've been
the
looking forward to
TV
this for
broadcast, which I'm
weeks,
kind of
as so many
watching
people
on the
have,
side
to
here.
have something fresh and live.
I know that if I put
And
it
so
on the
I can't wait
stream,
to
it's going
start
to be
promoting the shows on
my
Sunday
channel's probably going to
afternoon.
get banned or
Monday night
something.
on America's #1.
But
we got to get this
the
thing
other
going soon.
the thing is,
I feel really good about it. In
Rich
4
Eisen,
months or
actually,
so,
I feel
hopefully
like
much
he actually
sooner.
has
But if you're
earlier
asking about the
information because
NFL,
sometimes
where we'll
he's
be with
announced
that, I
picks
can't wait for it to get back. Kay, I love
that
watching you.
I haven't seen
And
yet.
I'm
And
gonna
even
say
this
something
chat,
here,
actually,
just
if you
as a
look,
football observation tonight.
if you go to the
It's
NFL,
been a great night for the AFC. Now, over
NFL
here on the
Twitch
CBS
stream,
side of things, we're the
the
AFC
chat,
network.
I think there's some people
They've
in the
had 3
chat that get
quarterbacks go off the board. Your conference is as good as the
information
quality of your
earlier.
quarterbacks. And you look at what we have. We have Lamar Jackson. We have, of course, Patrick Mahomes.
I don't know, man.
We have Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, Deshaun Watson. We have the kid Lockout in Denver. And we got 3 of the first 6 picks in the draft here today. I mean, it's an astonishing thing that's happening on the AFC side of the ledger. I mean, there's some really quality guys, and I didn't mention Baker, and I'm expecting it's going to be a much better year 3 than.
I mean,
year
George
2.
Kittle probably
And he did some
was
great
supposed to
things his
come on
rookie year.
for
So
the 49ers pick,
conference
which is
loaded.
happening
It
now,
got,
but
stronger here
because he's
tonight
been basically
because I
waiting
have
this whole time, and
a
he's
lot of
been
faith in Joe
he's been on
Burrow
for a
and,
while.
Tua, and
he hasn't really
Herbert
been
are all going to be
chatting too
quality
much, I feel
players.
like.
It's going to be a
So,
fierce chase to figure out who's going to be the supreme team in the AFC. But this is our future. This is the next 10, 12 years right now. All these young quarterbacks, and we're loaded, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah, and with Brady now in Tampa and Phillip Rivers
Raiders.
in Indianapolis, the most tenured quarterback with his original team
Wearing
is
a
Big Ben,
bathrobe?
and he's expected back
The
from
heck is going on
injury
here?
for the Steelers, Jim. So
Sorry.
I appreciate you hopping on with your family and all the visitors.
All right, the
that are
49ers gonna
sheltered
trade
in
or
place with
anything?
you,
Come
Jim.
on, man.
Yeah, we got a house full, but you know what? We're having fun, and I know we all have to look at silver linings in this. And I certainly feel that after being on the treadmill of life, as we all are, and running all over the place to the next concert, the next game, or the next show that's going to be taped and recorded, whatever it might be, that to pause life's button, I wouldn't want this to ever happen again. But again, the silver lining side of it, I'm making up for a lot of lost time, and I know many other people are. And we send our blessings, and I think it's awesome what you're doing here, this draft-a-thon, to try to help people out around this country. I've got
This
an
seemed
auction
like the
over on
chat
Titleist.com if you get the
is
chance to
early.
see it, chipping in with the guys like Justin Thomas and Ian
The
Poulter
chat
and
gets to the
Webb
information
Simpson, some
quicker.
other guys, and you know,
They
everybody's
say,
doing their
yep,
part.
Tampa Bay
This
gets
is
the
really cool.
pick.
Those
What's the
numbers
trade?
are skyrocketing. They're Richie just announced it, so this is great to be a part of it.
Jim, you take care of yourself, and you off into your Atlanta night. I know you're here as part of the American Cancer Society. I give you the floor
Yes,
on
sir.
what you're up to, Offset.
Oh, yes, sir. So I've been teamed up with the American Cancer Society for at least 4 years, and I did it. What inspired me to get with them is my grandmother passed from cancer, and it's a big loss to my family. So I wanted to get involved. So now they're my partners, and I'm the ambassador of American Cancer Society, and we raise the money for the healthcare workers and assisting cancer patients at the Hope Lodges.
Well, that's
Everybody hear me?
we're hearing every word you're saying.
Oh, okay, cool,
So
cool,
gets-
cool. And then I have another partnership with Genie's and Bella Canvas. I'll be donating 40,000 masks to Atlanta Grady Hospital
Wait,
and Northside Hospital in Gwinnett to bring awareness on how to properly wear the mask and
they
protect
just
themselves. during this
switched
pandemic.
positions.
What? Also, next week, Wednesday, I'll be hosting a virtual streaming concert supporting COVID-19 relief. One of my personal donations will fund over 200,000 meals.
I'm always
Food banks in
confused
Gwinnett
about
County, which is where
situations
I
like
grew up
that
at,
when they
so
trade.
that's where I'm from. And also, proceeds from the concert will go to Atlanta Community Food Bank, like how my guy was saying about how in his small town they run out. Well, in my big town they running out. So we gonna help for that too. And also, I'm with FaZe Clan, which is a game and esports team, and we're very popular. Everybody knows who we are, and we got another fund that's with Call of Duty gaming competition, and the proceeds will go back to the people that's been going through the pandemic.
That's
So,
amazing.
Awesome, Sad. Hey man, behind the jury, behind everything, do you see how professional and profound this man is?
Fantastic.
When Rich threw it to him, he said, "Yes, sir." I love you, man. I love you just because of
man.
real, and I know you off camera, man. I love you, my brother. You keep on
Love
doing
you too, man. Yes, sir.
It makes me feel old. But other
Fourth round draft pick just to move up
Nah,
one
man.
spot.
thanks for putting your
That's so weird, isn't
incredible
it?
platform behind NFL Draftathon. We saw the tweets that you sent out there. That means so much and everything.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm ready to do it every week if you need me.
Got it. And everything that you're doing for Cam Newton and throwing Matt Ryan under the bus like you did.
I'm not throwing Matty. Don't do me like that because Matty gonna watch this now. Matt,
Come on, Rich.
Matt, you the GOAT.
I mean,
You carried us for as long. We just need some.
Who the heck are the Bucks taking?
You know
Come
what
on,
I'm
man.
Don't say I'm doing my boy like that because that's still my boy now. You know, I'm birds all the way.
all good. So no, look, just because I'm equal opportunity, enjoy Todd Gurley wearing
So
the
weird
number
to
that
move up
Deion
one
supposedly
spot. They
didn't
give
want
a
him to
fourth
wear.
round.
So
That's a good trade, I think.
Hey, Deion, they say you ain't want him to wear that number, Deion. What's up?
15 people don't want that number. I had love for Todd, man. I want Todd to wear it and ball out.
The offset, it's not just you, it's him too. Okay, it's equal opportunity. I'm just throwing darts here. Thanks for joining, and Jim, thanks again. Really enjoyed.
Deion, my brother from another mother.
Love you, homie.
I love you.
I love y'all, man.
Hey, I see you on the curb, Jim.
That's a deal.
Yeah, we got to get that.
We'll see you on the cover. Rich, you got to get this story out of them. You have to get this story out of them.
Okay, it's got to happen. It's got to happen 1,000,000%.
It'll be on your show. I'm going to tune
Tristan
in.
Wirfs, I believe. Yep.
By the end of next Friday.
Okay, we'll
Tampa
check you
Bay
out.
gets
Kay, on
a
Good Morning
lineman to
Football,
help
as
Tom
Blake Shelton
Brady in
gave tons of great
protection.
love your way. That was awesome. Thanks for everybody. Thanks for joining us, everybody, right there.
Yeah, I got to excuse me.
right there. And George Kittle, your time is almost done here, but we need to get you staying here. Your Niners traded down one spot. The Bucks just traded up, and it looks like that they just chose Tristan Wirfs as a new teammate of two gentlemen that just joined us here
Niners get a
on
free
our NFL
fourth-round draft
Draftathon
pick,
Live.
basically.
Chris Godwin and Shaq Barrett. Good to see you, Buccaneers.
It was good, fellas. Thanks for having me.
How y'all doing?
Thanks for joining. All right, Chris, man, what an off season! Holy cow! I mean, that's the only way to put it.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I think it's been a wild ride so far, but
Chris Godwin.
it seems like we're still adding pieces. Like you said, we just drafted a tackle. We're ready to bring him into the fold, man.
Shaq, and you got your tender signed, right? I mean, you're all set.
Oh no, it ain't signed yet.
Oh my gosh, okay, I'm just trying to get something settled right here. But it's good to see you. I know I saw you last December in Tampa, and you were just so fired up about the future and everything going on. If I had told you at the time Tom Brady was coming, what would you have said?
I wouldn't have believed it, but I'm glad it happened, man. I'm looking forward to the brighter days we got ahead.
Well, again, Tristan Wirfs just got picked. The 49ers.
Hey, Rich, can I ask a question, Rich?
Charles Woodson, you have
Sup,
the floor, sir.
Nagay?
Brad Paisley is also here, and Ian
Spanish.
Rappaport just joined us for a
man.
second.
Thanks for
Ian, just sit
joining.
on what you got. What do you got, Charles?
Well, I'm just thinking, Shaq Barrett and Godwin, man, y'all got,
It's good to practice
of all, you get
English.
Tom Brady, and then he
I know my parents,
he
or
yells
my
in
mother
the, in the
specifically.
shell and said, "Ooh!" and here comes Gronkowski.
She watched a lot of TV
right?
to
So y'all
practice
got
her
these
English
two
too, and
studs
she kind of learned.
coming to your team, but you
just
already
watching.
got you and Evans.
So,
y'all already
Good for you, man.
Y'all already at the top of the food chain.
Thanks again for the follow.
I'm just going to, from my standpoint, man, I always went into the season positive.
Are you
about what was
a
gonna happen going into that season?
football
Man,
fan? Well,
goodness gracious, man. How
football
are
as in
y'all
soccer
feeling right
or
now going into the season?
American football?
Man, I'm telling you. So I'm with you. Like every time I go into a season, like I'm thinking positive. But like with the way things are shaping up right now, like you said, adding Tom, adding Gronk, we already got myself, Mike, we got Cam Brate, we got OJ Howard, we got some guys ready to step. Listen, we ready to go. I was just telling Shaq, I'm like, man, like this exciting, but like we got to put this work in. You know what I mean?
You got to put the work in, no doubt.
We got to make it
who
shoot
are the
somehow.
49ers
You know what I
picking?
mean?
Well,
San
before we
Francisco
get to you, Brad,
49ers.
Ian, what's your news that you just popped in to give us?
Ian is
Rich, we have a trade, and it involves these Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I know we got a couple people who'd be interested in this. They traded up with the 49ers, just one spot, to select Tristan Wirfs, the right tackle from Iowa, and I think
already
we
know this,
know
dude.
Iowa tackles have a pretty solid history in the NFL. There's one need that Tom Brady's Buccaneers had. It was at right tackle, set at left tackle, but they had a need at right tackle. Wirfs can also play guard. This was a solid pick and one that Tom Brady is extremely happy about. Now we'll see
the
if the 49ers
Buccaneers
who
look
slid back one spot
good.
take a receiver.
Okay, and I know I just said Brad, but Kittle, I saw you perk up when you heard about Iowa. And do you know who the Niners have selected? I see you're looking down at your phone. Have you found out from Lynch? Is he giving you a text or something?
Yeah, no, he told me we were drafting the whole way through. I'll hold on to it, though. Don't worry about it. I'm chilling. He actually asked me for advice, so.
That kid Wirfs is a real deal.
Yeah, he's a monster. He's an absolute freak. You saw that pool video? He jumped out of a pool.
Well, I heard. I know. They had to in the small town that he grew up in. He's
49ers
throwing
are
discus
still on the
on one
clock. I
side
think
of
it's
the field,
trade
and there
down
was a
again. What do you
tennis court
think?
on the other
Trade
side
down?
of the fence that and the girls' tennis team had to change his workout
I mean, they
habits
want more
because
picks, I
the
bet
discus
you.
almost took somebody out on the tennis court. That kid is unbelievable.
He's a freak. So, yeah, he's a
Brad,
monster.
I want to ask you about what your wife Kimberly, you and your wife Kimberly are doing about feeding the elderly in this time of COVID-19. Meals on
George
Wheels
Kittle
is one
got
of
a
the 6
text.
charities
What
that
does
is
that mean?
benefiting
Does that mean
from
he got,
this weekend's
info?
NFL Draft-a-thon. I give you the floor, Brad, and what you're up to.
We actually been working for years
Still
on
on
a
the
free
clock.
grocery store for people that
Still
lose
on the
their
clock on
jobs.
the live
Kind of
TV
gives them
feed as
dignity.
well.
They come in, it looks like a grocery store, and they get to shop, but they don't pay for anything, and then they kind of they get on their feet and they get out of the system.
Keeping up a
opened in
couple
March
live
with
blogs
and now
too
everybody's
as
losing
well.
their job, and it's called The Store, and so we immediately had to switch up our whole model to be we're a delivery service. We basically
It's gonna be what,
we don't care if you
another-
lost your job or not if you're 80. We
another
basically
couple
take
hours
food to people
till
now, and
Seahawks
we'll just be doing this until this thing's over, and then we'll go back to what we were going to be. But it's really it's a crazy time to be trying to feed people.
It really is crazy, and food insecurity is again what is being targeted with the all-in challenge as well. And again, just your commercials with Peyton are just something else. I gotta be honest with you. How many takes for Peyton on singing, Brad? Let's be honest. How many takes?
We eventually give up about 25, 30 takes, and we just give up and realize what it is. Auto-tune doesn't know what to do with him. So. No, he's as funny as it gets. He shouldn't be any good at being a comedian because he was too good at football. It's not fair. He should be good at both things.
His Saturday Night Live appearances
Sounds like
are
it's a Seahawks
stuff a legend.
normally
There's
do.
no doubt about that.
He's great.
Brad, I really appreciate the time that you popped in here and lend your platform, lend your name to this. And then again, the Browns got a guy that's really going to be
49ers
what
still
you
have not
need
picked
pretty
yet.
much right there on that
And
offensive
that
line.
pick is not in. They're at
I
50
hope
seconds
so.
left.
Well, thanks for having me, guys, and you're doing good stuff. We'll see you as soon as they kick the ball off. I can't wait.
Thanks for the call, Brad. Thanks for
Thanks,
being.
guys.
LT, what's on your mind, baby? Talk to me, Teasy.
Hey, Prime, I just figured since I donated to Draft-a-thon, I should come on and make an appearance. I'm just going to be honest.
What'd you think of Herbert?
I think it's a solid pick. I think.
The word solid. The word solid is not.
He's been compensated. He's been talking about franchise. They start talking about solid. It's a solid pick.
Hey, I gotta see it at the NFL level, man.
Hey, you gotta clean that up, LT. Clean it up.
Solid.
I gotta see it he's gonna have a chance to come in and compete with Tyrod Taylor.
Compete.
By the way,
Yeah.
here's the compliment right there. There's the compliment right there.
Ain't no competition. He's getting a job. He
It
gonna
is. Hey, did Phillip Rivers not sit for 2 years?
behind who?
Behind Drew Brees.
Okay.
Okay.
49ers pick is in.
That's a little different. That's a little different, LT. Now.
That was a little different when you said Drew Brees.
That's a little different.
One was the 4th pick, the other was the 6th. I mean, hey, I'm just saying it's not out of the realm of possibilities, guys.
Judy?
You already know, man. They
Jerry
set
Judy?
Tyrod up, man, to sit down, man. As soon as that man
Is that
get
what's
in the camp,
happening?
man. He ain't got a shot.
I'm seeing the chat. And that's what they're saying.
We appreciate you hopping in here on the Draftathon
Jerry
Live. We appreciate
Judy
your
hasn't updated on
joining us.
the
Congrats
website.
on everything that's happened on your
TV
Pro Bowl
broadcast
seasons, both of you. What you guys did last year and what appears to be on the horizon for Tampa. This is congratulations on that. Thanks for joining.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Hey man, I'm riding Orlando. I'm coming over there to see some of them games, baby. I'm coming over there.
John
Bet that.
Lynch,
Pull up, man.
Kyle
Pull up now.
Shanahan.
Yes, sir.
Here's the pick.
All right.
Is
That's
Judy?
two big
Judy,
Buccaneers
right?
there. And Mr. Kittle, looks like you've got yourself a defensive tackle that just joined this group.
What? Kinlaw? What?
Feet of someone giving.
God, it's a television set. It's I don't understand.
You rich
Javon Kinlaw.
Yeah, come on.
Wow.
I mean, how far
no
do you know
receiver.
now? Do you know who it is now?
I know it just came up. Yeah, it just came up. You're like 10 seconds early.
Interesting.
Is that Wheezy? Stop the third count. Stop, everybody. Stop what you doing. That's my dog.
And
Hey,
Jared
Brett
Allen
Favre,
and Brett
too.
Favre. just
Jared
joined.
Allen.
Hold on.
The winner.
Hold on.
Oh, what's up, baby?
I love y'all,
What?
brother. Hold on. 1 minute.
All right, I'm gonna hold on, Papa. Papa Smurf.
Wheezy, talk to me, baby.
How you doing? I hope you're good.
Boy, I love you to life, and you knows I do. How you doing?
Interesting pick, Javon Kinlaw. You were thinking receiver, but at the same time, they traded away what's his face.
I'm great. How you doing?
Everything all right?
Yes.
Watching the
Hey,
drive?
Jared Allen, what's up, homies?
How you doing, Mr. What's
Got a young guy, Javon Kinlaw.
Yeah, man. Y'all families, man. Everybody family good.
Pick of a fourth-round draft pick as well.
Everybody holding firm.
Hey, Woody, you bring him down to Picayune yet?
So, 49ers will probably take a receiver in their second pick.
Hey, George. George, I know you and Brett spent some time together for the grind this year, NFL The Grind, right? You guys hung out.
We did.
No,
Yeah, we did.
Me and Brett didn't get to cross paths.
Was that the NFL The Grind or MTV The Grind?
NFL.
Oh,
Hey, Jared,
Oh my God!
hey, Jared, don't do that, man.
Y'all see
Jared, I know you and I haven't spoken for a long time. Which one of those do you think
Forrest
I hosted?
Buckner. So they're
The Grind.
basically swapping
NFL
Forrest
one.
Buckner
That's
for
why I
Javon
brought it up.
Kinlaw. Which,
That's why I brought it up.
honestly,
MTV, Rich.
No, definitely not. It was.
you know, if Javon Kinlaw pans out,
Hey, George, what's up, buddy?
you just
How you
upgrade.
doing?
Did you get a little haircut?
yeah, my wife got me little two-guard action.
Look what my daughter did to me.
So that means what?
Hey, you know what? I'm just letting it go, man. I'm just being 100 with it.
You gotta color it, Dion. Color it like pink or something.
I refuse to have black pillows. I refuse to do it.
I mean,
let it ride.
All this is over, I'll be back. And I'm gonna
John
look so
Lynch
much
is doing
younger.
good. Honestly, I'm a fan. I'm not a
new
fan, but
Hey, we're at the
uh-oh.
top of the 10 o'clock hour
My,
right now on
light
draft
just went
night.
out.
You're watching NFL Draftathon right now. I'm Rich Eisen. That's Deion Sanders.
Gonna
We've been
have
here since
to
7:30 Eastern time, a half hour before the Bengals
charge
chose
this.
Joe Burrow. And the San Francisco 49ers, George Kittle's team just took Javon Kinlaw to put him right there on the defensive line. The Broncos pick is in. And again, the reason why we're all here, this sign, which is probably gonna need to turn a couple lights more on in here, that says NFL.com/relief. My kids drew that. They put that together to remind everybody, please donate. We're now over $3 million. $3 million have been raised at
All right, what does that look like?
NFL.com/relief. And we are not even halfway through the first round of the 2020 draft. Lil Wayne just joined us. We figured we'll hook him up with
I could increase
Packers
ISO.
legends and Brett Favre and
Like
Charles
that, let's do
Woodson,
that.
and you're a big Packer fan.
My
And
face.
George, I have been told your time is done here. We appreciate the hour that you did.
Lil Wayne and Brett Favre just got here, man. I ain't going nowhere.
Okay, there then. Very good. Good to have you. Good to have you. Hey, Lil Wayne.
Brought me on virtual security.
Oh, yeah. Jared Allen is here as well. So we got Favre's teammate with the Vikings, and we've got Favre Mr. Packer with Charles
I
Woodson, who's
think
been hanging out
49ers
here.
trading
LaDainian Tomlinson
one
right there,
down.
man, in the middle.
I had him first.
Get a 4th round draft pick, and also even trade.
right.
I mean, the very first trade,
My bad.
DeForest Buckner
Deanna, I'll
trading
give you the
for
floor.
that
You
13th
take it.
pick,
I had Brett first.
drafting his replacement. I mean,
I took him down in the hood to
if you believe in Javon Kinlaw, which
he's telling the
he's
truth.
he didn't wear
he
anything
seems like
I bought him.
highly touted player.
I took him to the hood. I took him.
So you basically are not paying, that high level money for DeForest Buckner,
No, Dion
and then
hooked
getting
me
a
up.
younger
He took
guy.
care
So
of
basically,
it.
he's cheaper, younger,
Not just by buying
and
the
this,
clothes, and
you know,
Dion knows this.
I think that's a good
We've been
move.
close ever since. He took me under his wing when no one else on that team.
Technically, they
did
already
anything
have
careless.
a
I was
great
a
defensive
nobody,
line,
but Dion
really, if you think
put
about
his
it.
arm around me and
Because
mentored me, and then
the
got
thing
me
is,
traded.
like, if you were the Seahawks, maybe, right?
Hey, Wiz,
And then you trade away,
got traded.
you know,
First of all, Brett used to run around on the scout
I don't know,
team.
their
and
best
Charles, you
defensive
seen him
player
do
or
this,
something,
Stop on a dime and drill it.
or one of their top defensive players for a draft pick. How would that go off? You know, because the Seahawks don't have a great defense.
And he used to tell the starting quarterback right before the game.
So you
hey,
would
Chris
question
Miller,
that, as opposed to the 49ers. They have a great defense, possible top defense, and DeForest Buckner isn't like, you know, a lot of people wouldn't say that he's like their best player or something, best lineman.
He's like, hey, we got to get rid of the dude, man. He had no filter, didn't care. It was.
Sometimes I don't really care what they say. Sometimes they talk about a bunch of random stuff. But anyways, yeah. So, I mean, you can argue that this is such a good move. I mean, the Seahawks just need more defensive players in general. They don't even have a DeForest Buckner to trade, you know? Who in their defense in general is tradable for a first-round draft pick? Anybody. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think anybody would get a first-round draft pick. Jaron Reed, he got a pretty big contract. Maybe not as big as what he could have gone if he played the whole year or did a lot better when he came back from suspension. So you could argue. Hold on, that's a weird. You could argue that. Yeah, would he garner first round? Probably not. He could probably maybe. I mean, yeah. Who else in their line at all? Because I mean, you think of, you know, Jadeveon Clowney was their best lineman by far, probably, and he's not even assigned, so can't trade him. Who else is good? I mean, you got Bobby Wagner, probably their best player on defense, but he's starting to get old. And would you get a first-round draft pick for him? Maybe. But I would argue that if you trade away Bobby Wagner, that you would get a lot more kind of like hate or criticism. Because you already don't have a great defense, and to trade away your best player is such a risk. But again, for the 49ers, DeForest Buckner is like, you know, a great player, maybe even a good player. But to get a first round draft pick, 13th overall, I mean, come on, that was a great trade. That's my observation. Okay, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and stop the stream because I feel like, A, my lights turned off. B, there's not much in terms of like shocking news that's going to happen, and I kind of want to wait until the Seahawks pick, so maybe I'll stop until the Seahawks come back. Right, and then I'm kind of like not super interested in this stream. But yeah, thanks again for the follow. And yeah, see you later.